It was Mark Poulton that packaged it. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Wolf, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Yo, let me tell you about the scene that's poppin'. Haunted Pizza got the heat, there ain't no stopping. Berserk Poulton in the game, he's the big boss. Creating worlds while the haters just take a loss. With Mike and Enrico, we're bringing the flame. Dexter and Yoon, it's a powerful name. Haunted Pizza, we're the kings of the scene. Making comics, living dreams, know what I mean? While they cry on YouTube, we stacking our green. Moving up, we're the masters, if you know what I mean. Graveyard shift, rising U.S. assassins flow. Viking wolf howling, making profits grow. Sea dog cruising waves, riding pain hit. Gun goth in the mix, watch our legends commit. Lil body cheering, he's our biggest fan. We're rising to the top, ain't no haters in this plan. Haunted Pizza, we're the kings of the scene. Making comics, living dreams, know what I mean? While they cry on YouTube, we stacking our green. Moving up, we're the masters, if you know what I mean. From the ink to the page, we keep it real. Haunted Pizza, it's the ultimate deal. From the shadows of the city, we rise and we grind. Haunted Pizza's the name, leave the haters behind. With Mark at the helm, yeah, he's leading the way. Designing each panel, turning night into day. Making comics for the dreamers, gotta keep it alive. While the skeptics dwell in darkness, we're destined to thrive. Haunted Pizza, we're the kings of the game. All the haters cry on YouTube, we're cruising to fame. Without stories in the sky, rising like a slumber. Living for the hustle, we're a force, we won't cower. Enrico draws the grid, Dexter brings the fire. Yoon's colors light it up, pushing higher and higher. Lil bodies in the mix, cheering loud, feel the hype. Every comic we drop, they know we ain't on time. Graveyard shift, in the spotlight, U.S. assassins the move. We're stacking up the paper, nothing left to prove. Hearts and break, the status quo, you should violate. Fucking kiss the pain and then get amplified. While we're staring every shirt and loud out. With the running, we squad the under the right fight. We first should this king of pop, rising like success of your mind. It's getting up the behavior in the microphone. Haunted Pizza, legends carved in time. We made it, we own it, we're in our prime. In the shadows lurks a tale of dread, where love meets blood and the living dead. Sean Payne, a hunter with a heart heart torn, chasing whispers of a child lost forlorn. A burden he bears, a line crossed to fight. In the darkness he seeks the light. Writhe and pain where shadows entwine. A family fractured, but love will combine. Through horror and fire, they'll break the chains. In the heart of Vineland, where nothing remains. The tome of black whispers spells of sin, crafting portals to let the fiends in. His daughter Grace, a witch unafraid. In the chaos of love, her magic was made. Together they'll rise, witch man, to reclaim the night, to make their stand. Writhe and pain where shadows entwine. A family fractured, but love will combine.
In the shadows we rise, with honor in our eyes. American Ninja X, where the fearless never dies. U.S. assassin, on the front lines we stand. Guardians of freedom, together hand in hand. Side by side we'll fight, our spirits never break. American Ninja X, hear the battle cry. U.S. assassin, we will always fly high. Together we rise, we shine like the sun. In the name of justice.
American Ninja X,
U.S. assassin,
the meanest,
the coolest.
AMNX action figures. Collect them all.
Gigi Diaz in her black leather lace, with piercings that shine, she's embracing the space. Raised in the chaos, an army brat's might. Now wielding her weapons, she's ready to fight. Through the dark wood shadows in the night, Noxus biotech unleashing their fright. Gone, gone, she's the shadow in the storm. Fighting for freedom, she'll break every norm. From the depths of the lab, the walls will fall.
What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King, and this is the 100th episode of the Haunted Pizza Horror Movie Club. Today we're talking Never Sleep Again, but really we're just celebrating this show, 100 episodes, almost weekly, every Sunday, sometimes Monday, just celebrating horror movies, by a bunch of comic book creators. I have some guests, I think, some panelists joining me. None of them are on screen. None of them have their cameras working. I don't know if it's technical difficulties. One of them, I think I'm going to send to Haunted Pizza Court because he has some explaining to do. But I'm going to play their music. Let's see if they show up. First up,
Dexter Weeks, the secret weapon in the game, with a pencil in his hand, he's carving out his name. Hawaiian heat, the bad man with the ink, drawing worlds where heroes clash and villains sink. Haunted Pieces pride, he's the one we need, making magic on the page, planting every seed. Batman with the...
let's bring him up. Bring him in if he's here. Dexter Weeks.
What up? What up? I am here, Mark. Sorry, I'm just
the Invisible Man.
I'm the Invisible Man. Just having some little camera difficulty. I'm working it out. So
Technical difficulties. Dex, you have a lot of explaining to do. We'll get to that shortly.
Oh, no.
But first, let's bring in our another.
What are you talking about? Damn.
You're going to court. There's some charges against you.
Uh-oh.
Next up, he's the master and ruler of the universe.
He's the king, the ruler of this art scene. Mark Yoon's the name, living the dream. With every punch, he's raising the bar. In a world of art, he's the brightest star.
Mark,
let's welcome Mark Yoon to the show. Mark, your camera's not working either.
No, my camera is working. I just have to move some stuff on my desk really quick while the intros are playing because my cat knocked something off and it's like messing it up. So I think I just got to put the USB cord back in.
You heard it, guys. We need a longer intro so everyone can.
not according to Corey Barton, though.
I know, right?
Corey's got a lot of issues with this channel altogether. My comics, the channel. Very boisterous. And of course, we have our fourth panelist of the Horror Movie Club. Well, we don't know who's coming this week. He always sends his friends. Let's see who Enrico invites this week.
In the shadows where the secrets dwell, Enrico paints with strokes that cast a spell. His brushes whisper tales of dark delight. In haunted echoes, he ignites the night. Master of illusion.
Let's bring him on. Any guesses? Who? It's the 100th episode. Who do you think we'll have?
Just a sexy guy, but who knows? Let's give him a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Somebody count.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Happy 100 episode!
Woo! Oh my God! Thank God I didn't get that memo.
Come on, 100 pasties, man, coming in.
I was like, yo, Enrico's the only one that's going to be comfortable with this. I look like a before and after of Enrico right now. It's like Haunted Pizza Ozempic.
Wow.
Happy
wow,
100, Mark.
Surprise.
Happy 100.
Happy 100, Mark.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Wow, what a present.
Mine is worse because like I couldn't get the pasties to stick, so my wife put a string on it. Of course, the string's rainbow. So
it looks like a bikini, Mark.
It does.
What do you think? You people have some issues, I swear. But we will work through them in therapy. Everyone stay happy and positive.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Mark. Mark's like, yeah, no one's camera's working.
now Dexter Weeks.
Whoa, wait. Why am I going to court? What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening? What's wrong with Dexter?
2 accounts of neglect. First, we have this whole. I understand things come up. We have this whole comic book crawl because Dex says there's no comic book shops around here.
Yeah. We scheduled this thing for you.
And Enrico shows up with his camera. He's so excited. He's going to record it. And the minute I say, "Oh, Dex canceled," Enrico's like, "I'm sorry, Mark. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not going to film today."
Yeah.
I'm
This
telling
is
you,
true.
homeowners, regret. I mean, let me tell you something. Like, if you don't have a pool, please don't get a pool. I'm telling you, it's not only just a money pit, but I mean, you got to worry. I mean, there's this whole thing going on with our neighbors. They got this pine tree. We're putting the clothes back on.
Oh, wait. I thought we were gonna do that at the same time.
Bro, I saw the reflection. I can't be doing that. That's,
but
I look like.
Is it difficult to do? Well, I mean, look, I'm the same complexion. It's like it's hard to do a white balance, and then all the light just shines off of you. You know, I need to get it.
I looked like I was glowing, and then I looked like if Chris Farley was a vampire and was melting. That's what I looked like.
Put our shirts back on. Hold on, Mark. Yeah, but listen, I apologize, man. It's like
that's understandable. But the second account that there's a second one. And that's this 4-hour documentary you picked. Did you even look at the time?
We did not look at the time. We did not look at the time. Yeah.
You know what else I didn't look at? The documentary.
Oh, come on. It was good. I mean, if you guys are a fan of like Elm Street,
you're going to carry this episode, Dex.
I mean,
that's
this
your
is
punishment.
This documentary is really, if you're an Elm Street fan, or even if you're not that huge of an Elm Street fan, but you grew up watching the movies and you have some nostalgia for it at all, this is a great documentary. Even if you like just to know how the soup is made, sort of like behind the scenes from movies and stuff, or different perspectives that the actors have and whatnot, and the creators of it, like. It's really cool, like insight. Now it is 4 hours. I didn't get through the whole thing either, but I skipped the rounds, so I watched like a lot of it. But
not everybody's.
I plan on going back to it as I'm working on some of the art of Gungop. I'm going to finish the documentary.
I'm probably gonna watch it while I draw or something because I do love it. I own all the movies.
The thing is, though, all in. I mean,
But Enrico and I were talking about it, and I was like, bro, we're going to be talking about this documentary for like 10 minutes, and we're watching 4 hours of it. I was like, let's just talk about our favorite kills or something. Like, it's gonna work out.
All right.
The time investment watching to the speaking investment, like ratio, is not like it wasn't panning out, right?
I still have some tape on my titties under here.
All right. While you guys get dressed, I appreciate the present. I'll show you guys what I got from the comic book crawl that we did.
Enrico's like, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I can stay here. You like that?
He's got 8 more slices on his abs. You just don't see it on the camera.
All right, wait. Let me get out of here.
All right, I'll just make myself full screen.
I was hoping you're gonna say I'm gonna make myself big after like looking at all of us. That was gonna be perfect.
So I picked up some dollar comics. Enrico, he went to this comic shop I would say a month ago. And he like found an issue of this called Whisper. It's about a female ninja. And I was like, I've been sort of about this. So I went through the dollar bin. I found 6 issues of it. Got issue 13, 14, 16, 21, 25, and 32. So I picked that up. And then I got the latest volume of Skybound's G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Volume 3. Highly recommend the book. It's amazing. So that's what I picked up on our little comic book crawl. When Dex is, available, we'll do a part 2.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It looks like you made out pretty well. I mean, you got some stuff there.
Yeah, we had a good time. By the way, 106 people watching on X, YouTube, Facebook. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notifications. We're here every Sunday, sometimes Monday, talking horror movies that you can watch on Tubi. Let's check in with the chat. First in the chat, as always, maybe almost all 100 episodes, I would say.
Yes.
Got Ice Pick Mark Pengrin. Mark, since this is the 100th episode, tell us how you found out about like the show and the channel. I remember like Amanda B, I think, was like here since day one, from the time me, Sean, and Phil McNulty were streaming to maybe 3 people. He was one of them. He was part of the moral compass. Yeah, let's just leave it on the 100, Enrico. Jizzy Bell?
Oh, hey, everybody. It's me, Jizzy Bells. Just popped in to say hi. You know, I was watching some Nightmare on Elm Street on VHS.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, just, you know, fighting some demons and drowning people and whatnot. It was, yeah. Keep going. Haunted Pizza, 100 episodes.
Yeah, man. 100
got the celebrity stopping by. Penguin throwing up the cowboy. That's for Phil McNulty.
Cowboy Phil is
Double Devils.
Penguin says 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again.
Yes.
Also, Gun Goth is live with 13 covers. She is the hot topic. All of us, we were going over you know, the finished book. Still making some tweets on editing, but I think Dex almost has it perfect.
Just about, yep.
Back on Indiegogo, back it on Kickstarter. We've been giving away sketches usually on Wednesday. Sean Aaron, he's working on a couple sketches to give away this coming Wednesday on Revolution. Mark also.
Maybe get an autograph from Jizzy Bells too, man.
Oh my gosh.
I have excellent penmanship from writing on all the VHS labels.
Penguin says Writhe in Pain Volume 2 is live right now on Indiegogo with a Fund My Comic Second Chance campaign around the corner. Maybe that Fund My Comic. I've been fulfilling books from the U.S. Assassin Fund My Comic. That site still has some issues, I think. Also, invite went out to Chris Graves. He declined to join us on this 100th episode. Shout out to
He would have loved it. He would have been ecstatic.
Penguin says the Crow art book will be launching soon on Kickstarter with a piece by our own Dexter Hawaiian Heat Weeks.
Dexter Weeks.
I got a better look at that. The 2 covers that they have. Do they usually do a couple different covers for the books, Dex?
Yeah, they do. Because when you get a piece in any of these art books, they give you a complimentary one.
Yeah.
If you want to purchase another one, you get a discount.
I
always get the second cover too. Yeah, there's like 2 covers for like the Ultraman's got 2 covers.
Yeah.
The Crow's got 2 covers.
Man, both these covers are great. Originally, like I was all about that white one, and I think that I still am.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice. Like I love the flames coming off the Crow on the black cover too.
Really
I love that.
Yeah.
It's hot.
I mean,
I had a copy of The Crow on VHS. It was a screener copy when it came out in the theaters. Before we got them in the video stores, you could get like a VHS screener, and I had it. And you would watch it, and it would say like property of whatever. Was it New Line? What was it?
New Line Cinema, yeah.
Yeah, it's like property of New Line Cinema. It's come across the screen. Yeah.
This is all pre-internet, I know for the young kids out there.
A lot of pre.
We didn't have that access that you guys have nowadays.
Pre-Madonnas.
Pre-cum.
Jizzy Bell.
Oh my God.
You had to go there. I was going to say that, but I was trying to be couth.
Penguin says plenty available Poulton products available here, all shapes and sizes. He's talking about loose threads, pizza tray. Get them on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Get them at Critical Blast website. Available in Manga Digest, soft cover, hardcover. Go check them out.
Do all the Haunted Pizza books exist in the same Poulton verse?
Yeah, if you ask me, yes.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. John Epple in the house. He says, "Hail chat."
Hail John.
We got Corey Barton. Hey everyone. What's up, Corey?
Hi, Corey Barton.
I don't know what Corey's saying. He says he got the #1 crown. Penguin was here like days before you. Number one chatter in the chat. Mark says, I don't know about that, sir. You do draw the best babes, though. The most popular gun golf cover, Corey Barton.
Yes.
Mark goes like above and beyond even the channel. Like he's a mod on my channel now. He's like all over the place. He promotes everybody. He's a goat.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to have pizza with him, man.
Corey doesn't care about logic. He says he's still got the number one crown. We got the busy bot in the house. Happy 100.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, hey.
100, baby. It's haunted pizza time. Haunted pizza does it like no other. Corey wants to know, is this a real song or AI? It's the Haunted Pizza All-Stars. It's, Mark Yoon on tambourine, Enrico on xylophone.
Coming out soon on an LP.
Yeah.
Jizzy Bells on the skin flute. Dr. Personality on the butt bongos.
Wow.
Corey says, wow, another song. It's like a musical. We're promoting properties, Corey.
Come on,
Mark's promotion, man.
His voiceover talent.
Yeah.
End of
collect them all.
Yeah.
John Epple says, gun goth, roar.
Yeah, exactly. Roar.
Penguin says, oh, and that one time on Wednesday. Yeah, we did the horror show on Wednesday because we had to talk. What was the movie that we had to talk about? I forget.
I forget.
Skinwalkers.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget?
Missy Duran, happy 100. What an accomplishment. Shout out to Missy Duran. Right before the show, my son's bed fell apart. And she was just like, go get ready for the show. I'll take care of this. So
my God.
Shout out to her.
Or are they jumping on it?
I don't know what he was doing, but
pillow fights.
Yeah, those pillow fights in our house.
Kung fu fighting.
Corey says,
I instantly imagine Step Brothers.
Yeah. Corey says that intro took forever. Really, it's one of our shorter intros. John Epple says Nerf guns go a long way to help that cat problem. Mark.
Oh, thanks for that.
You should see our Nerf gun collection, Mark. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Penguin, his head spinning after you guys did the reveal.
Yeah.
We had to come up with something interesting. It was number 100.
John Epple says he's blind. The busy bot oh my God. Penguin says you put up with so much. Missy's dead. Corey Barton says Elm Street is awesome. Well, there's a 4-hour documentary you can watch, Corey.
I enjoyed every minute of it, Mark. Every minute.
Yeah.
4 hours worth.
Penguin says, I watched the whole thing. I knew he did because late last night he tweeted at me and said, 2 hours and 55 minutes in. I have an hour and 4 minutes left. Yeah. And I'm like, is he talking about Never Sleep Again? And I looked up the runtime. And I was like, Dexter Weeks.
I didn't know. I really didn't know. I should have looked at that. But I enjoyed it. But like I said, not everyone's on the same schedule as I am. Like, I'll just pop something on, and I'll just, like I said, I'm either drawing, coloring, lettering. I'm always got something to do. So it's like, perfect, it just keeps playing. So,
we got Kim in the house. She says, congrats on 100 episodes, you sexy beast. Thank you. Penguin says, Dex, it wasn't about the comics. It was about family.
Yes.
That's right. You better show up to our other show, Pizza with Penguin.
It was one of those things, man. It's like either I'm here with the guy show up or I don't know, man. We got to take care of this tree in the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Dex, I've had, as somebody who's had 2 trees removed, and it cost me a whopping $8,000. It's not fun.
And you want to know what the kicker is? The kicker is it's not our trees. It's actually on the neighbor side. But all the branches and everything, all the pine cones, sap, pine, they're all falling in our pool. I was like, nah, we got to get rid of this damn thing. So.
I literally have a tree. Oh, go ahead.
Good.
No, I was just saying, like, when we move, one of my, like, 100% sticking points is I need an in-ground pool because I'm like a swimmer. And
Oh,
I
good.
want like, listen, I want like a nice like 8-foot in-ground pool. But here's the thing, Dex. We're going to have an enclosed pool where it's going to be like in a pool room. And my whole backyard is going to be concrete because I'm not dealing with grass and bushes and trees anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to be a chill spot. I'm not dealing with it.
And it's different in Florida because you could leave it open all year round. You know what I mean? Like here we got
right. But one of the reasons that we want it enclosed, like in a glass like room, like a whole thing that's like hurricane proof, is A, I don't want to deal with bugs because Florida bugs are annoying. And B, like alligators climb fences, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't matter like what's going on. They'll get in there.
Before you jump. Always
yeah, exactly.
No.
Penguin says he was a fan of Graveyard Shift, then probably saw me promoting on some other show and followed me here to the channel. That's how Penguin became a fan.
Oh, cool,
It's part
Penguin.
of the family too. So
Yeah. Penguin says New Line Cinema equals the house that Freddy built. Truth.
Without a doubt.
Penguin got U.S. Assassin 4 in the mail yesterday. Awesome. Thanks for the support. Corey Barton says that there's like a whole YouTube crown thing.
What is that?
I don't know. I think he's still talking about you guys can see my crown icon thing, right? No.
No.
That's
not important to anyone.
But I did hear something about that.
We don't care about crowns here.
Crayons or crowns? Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Penguin, where are we at? No, here we go. Penguin says, you don't have a crown in this chat. TMC doesn't have that setting on here, Corey.
Yeah,
there you go.
Something about a crown or something. Yeah.
Penguin also says, Enrico, my local news station here is the one that has the viral clip on the internet where the news anchor says he saw the other one playing the skin flute.
Why is that term hilarious to me? I don't know.
It is. It really is.
Skin flute.
Sheldon says, I finished Loose Threads. Is there going to be a sequel then? There's actually an emoji story in the works. Emoji Saves Christmas.
I think I've said it before. I love that book. I think that book's great.
Thank you.
It's going to be called Looser Threads.
Characters, cool. You know, it's a good book.
Trademark.
Emoji Saves Christmas. Caesar has maybe like 3 or 4 more pages left to draw. And that's going to 100. Yeah, there you go. Corey says, I'm not crazy. YouTube has a crown thing. It keeps saying I'm number 1. Is it patting you on the head when it does it?
Damn.
By the way, 214 people watching on X, YouTube, Facebook. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notifications. We're here every Sunday talking horror movies. This week we're talking Never Sleep Again, the Elm Street documentary.
4-hour documentary.
4 hours. That can't be understated. 4 hours.
None of you guys watched it or finished it. You missed the best part. Like Jason Mewes was in it. They had him come up. It was awesome, man. You guys missed it.
Well, I can't wait for you to tell us all about it.
I will.
I just want to get into it when I have some time. Like it's like I saw the time frame and I was like, oh, I can't watch that today. I got too much stuff to do. But
I got so much stuff to do.
Little Bobby now.
It's an anniversary,
I have a lot of
man.
stuff to do too, Yoon, but guess what? 100 episode! Yay!
Radical peanuts.
Radical peanuts.
Little Bonnie, where's your haunted pizza pasties?
Congratulations. Oh, I ate those. Yeah, I was hungry. Nice. I was hungry and I was like, hey, give me them. And I tore them right off the Enrico's nipples and I ate them all up. Nom, 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 nom. It was delicious. Wow. Yeah, congratulations to Dexter Weeks and Mark Yoon and TMC and anybody. And me. Yay.
Little Body.
All
Did
right.
you watch the 4-hour documentary or?
Yeah, I watched it. 4-hour documentary in 20 minutes. Yeah, I put on fast forward. I drank like a whole lot of energy drinks and I put on fast forward and I was like, oh, that's amazing. You never sleep again. I was so scared, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, he was scary.
Yeah. How about that Nancy, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy's cool, but you know who's really the best? That Patricia Arquette. Oh boy. Oh boy.
First movie.
Patricia Arquette. You ever see her in Lost Highway? Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, little body. This is a family show. Easy now.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, family
Okay,
show with the three grown men with nipple pasties in the intro.
That was crazy.
So before we get into Never Sleep Again, Dex, do you remember the first time you watched Nightmare on Elm Street?
Absolutely. Yep. Like it was yesterday, Mark. I'll never forget. I went to, believe it or not, I saw it in the theater. I know we're showing our age.
Yeah.
But I saw it in the movie theater. And I'm telling you, dude, that movie scared. I couldn't sleep literally for like almost 2 weeks. I mean, I was afraid to go to sleep. Like just that character, everything. And if you really think about it, the first Elm Street is the scariest of them all. I mean,
Yeah.
And then he started getting goofy and wearing tuxes and cracking jokes. But the first one's a masterpiece. I'm sorry. Like for the longest time, that was the scariest movie. I think people would always ask me what was the scariest movie. That was number one for me. Things have changed over the years, but no, I remember like it was yesterday. I just remember coming home and I was like just literally frightened. I was just scared to go to sleep.
Yeah. For me, we had I didn't see it until it came out on VHS. We had a local mom and pop video store. Like those things don't even video stores don't even exist anymore. But I rented it summer vacation. I had to have my mom take me to rent it because it was rated R movie.
Right.
And then I watched it in the day because I knew I would be too scared to watch it at night.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. I don't know. It's like a psychological as well because it really hits on your biggest fears. You know what I mean? And everybody's got to sleep. You know what I mean? Everyone sleeps. So just the fact that this guy could come and get you while you're sleeping is just frightening.
Mark, you're a little younger than us. What do you remember your first exposure to Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the first one first. I was one of those. Yeah, I know. I saw it on VHS when it came out. But I saw like the next like two, not the second one, but I think 3 and 4 I saw in the theater. But I thought it was the scariest movie at the time too, and like still did because I've talked about this 1,000 times. But I only think like supernatural horror is scary. I'm not really a big fan of slashers.
Yeah.
Well, I like them. They're fun, but they don't scare me at all. But this like instilled a fear in me of like fears I didn't even know that I had. I mean, there's just like so much that like grasps you. Like when you're young, and like I was pretty young. I don't remember when this movie came out, but I was pretty young when I saw it because my dad had it. And that first time you see those nurses like huge hooters, and like you're like, oh, this movie is awesome. And then all of a sudden she's like ripping out his tongue and making like arm bandages out of him, and like the bed drops out and hell's revealed belief. And you're just like, what is going on? I just went from titties to this and 0 to 60. It's like it blew my young mind. But it was. I love the whole series. I own it now, but like, I love the franchise.
Enrico, do you remember your first time seeing Elm Street?
I don't. No, I
No?
don't. No. I mean, vaguely, I saw it very, very young. On VHS. I don't think I saw it in the theater.
It was 84, I think it came out.
So I was 1. So I probably saw it when I was like, maybe like 6 or 7 or something like that.
So I was like 7. I was like 7 years old when it came out. So I do remember like watching when I was a kid. I remember Nightmare on Elm Street 2 like more vividly because I had some weird scenes in it too, right? Where,
if you would have watched the documentary, they hit upon all that. But
I probably skipped over some of those
There's
parts.
a documentary on the second one.
Just that alone.
Yeah.
But Freddy was, that was extremely scary. I mean, this really like birthed like the horror genre. I think they talk about that in the documentary, right?
Sure.
I mean, there's like Nightmare on Elm Street and then Halloween. I mean, slasher films weren't really a thing before these movies, right? Like they really, they were there, but they didn't take off, right?
Well, once again, there wasn't much access to it. Not everybody had a VCR. I mean, if you didn't go to the movies, you didn't see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Super scary though, man.
Yeah.
I did watch some of the documentary, and I know Wes Craven talked about or I think it was Wes talked about the Universal monsters and how he saw Freddy as like the successor to the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, but I was wondering, like, who would you guys say are like that era Universal monsters? Freddy, Jason,
Freddy,
of course.
Jason,
Pinhead.
Michael Myers
Chucky.
wasn't until later, right?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers
Yeah.
was the 70s, though. Same with Leatherface.
That's
But
true.
I would put Michael Myers in there. I would give him like higher over Leatherface. I mean, honestly, I think like Michael Myers, the Halloween franchise is one of the best ever, and Michael Myers maybe king of the slashers. But he didn't start in that like 80s era where there was like slasher after slasher.
Yeah, but it was pretty late in the 70s, wasn't it? Was it what year was Halloween?
78 or 9, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I'd put Mike Myers up there with Jason and Freddy. Yeah, Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. But I agree with you with Leatherface. I feel like he's like a tier under by like date or something. Yeah, not by like any other reason.
Penguin says Pinhead is more cult classic, not mainstream though. In my opinion, Chucky. Yeah, I would say Chucky's one of the modern day Universal or equivalent Universal.
He's great and he's popular and all, but I think he's too goofy to be like lumped in with that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like
that's like putting Dobby in with the creature.
I think that first
one,
Chucky is pretty scary.
It was scary actually when we were kids.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of these movies. The first one's always scary, and then they just get goofy after that. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Although I do, it's true that it happened because like the second Nightmare on Elm Street was a little weird, but then Dream Warriors was like, I thought that was fantastic.
Cool. Yeah.
Remember they had like it was all like the different characters, and then you had that Dokken video. Do you remember that when he comes out with the skeleton guitar and everything? Like God, that stuff was so like cool when I was a kid. Now Dream Warriors, I don't remember the year Dream Warriors came out, but I had to be probably like, I don't know, 11.
I think Dream Warriors like 87.
I think so. Yeah, it was right.
Yeah, so I would be 10. I would be 10 or 11 at that point. Yeah.
But they went back to the what made Freddy what he is, unlike the second one. You know what I mean? I think they had an alternate agenda, Mark, in the which is all good. I mean, which is funny.
What was the ultimate agenda?
There was a lot of homoerotic things between Freddy and the kid that moved into the house.
The writers, people.
What kid? In which one?
The second one.
It's basically it's a gay movie, is what they're saying. So
did they say that in the documentary? I skipped over that.
There's a whole separate documentary just about that.
But it's funny, everyone tries to play it off like, they're like, oh, well, I wasn't aware of that. And then you see some of these scenes, you're like, come on.
Well, it's funny though, but like, I never thought of that. I guess looking back, when I was a kid watching it, I never questioned. Like
I remember seeing it in the theater, and I never came out.
That never popped into my head. But like, I'll have to revisit it through that lens, I guess.
Right.
I'm going to dress up as Freddy Krueger and go to Pride then.
You probably could.
Penguin says the band was in the documentary talking about the music video, and it was how the first music video, and it was the first music video to be included on a VHS tape.
That's right.
Released with the movie.
Dokken, baby.
Yeah, Dokken's awesome, man.
Dokken, Mark. Come on. These kids, kids don't know, man. These young kids don't know.
They don't know, man. They don't know like Megadeth and Dokken and Cinderella, man. Wasp. Remember Wasp? Oh my god.
Yeah, of course.
Scorpion.
All right, Motley Crue, man. Yeah, the Scorpions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, bro.
Dex, all right, Dex. Tell us about this documentary. Tell us the parts you loved about it. This was your pick, so you're going to carry the show.
All right, fine. First of all, like I said, first Elm Street is one of my favorite horror films of all time. So, and I think Mark, I don't know, I sent you a picture where I actually got.
Oh, right. Let me find that. Also, Penguin has the other documentary is on Tubi that I mentioned, and here's the link for it. That's the one that's all about Elm Street 2.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, wait, Dexter, I don't know what you were just about to tell, but are you going to tell like a story about how you met someone from?
Oh, well, I met Wes Craven actually, which was pretty
cool. Yeah.
And so I got to talk to him about all his thoughts, and it was basically in this documentary, which is pretty cool. He's a really cool, approachable guy. But anyway, so this movie just tackles pretty much all the Elm Street movies and how much they affected everybody at the time and how they changed. And it started a lot of careers for young directors like Rennie is it Rennie Harlan, Mark? I think it was Rennie.
Yeah, Rennie Harlan.
It launched Johnny Depp's career too. They went right into that in the documentary. They didn't waste any time on that.
Yeah, so that's crazy. That so a few years after Elm Street, 21 Jump Street comes out. It becomes my favorite show, probably of all time. And then going back later, watching Elm Street, going, oh.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp was in that.
I know,
right. And he's involved in one of the best death scenes ever.
And like you were saying, nobody knew who he was at the time.
Yeah,
so it's just funny to see that. And so they just go from each movie from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, 6, which is crazy to think there's that many.
Yeah,
and, it was just a huge franchise. I mean, they didn't know what they had in the beginning, because who knew? It was like this cheap, low budget film that they made. But as they kept going, kept making the films, they were making tons of money. The fandom was going crazy. But the one thing that stood out to me was, everybody wanted Freddy versus Jason. And they finally tackled that at the end, the documentary, because that was the last one that was made. But that one made the most money ever, I think, in any horror film or something, I believe. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. So cool.
Yeah.
Where was this at, Dex?
I was at the New York Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was awesome. I got him to sign my my DVD and everything. So
no, I met him when he was promoting. What was that movie on the plane? Red Eye.
Oh yeah, Red Eye. Yeah.
That he did. He was at Monster Mania promoting that.
Cool.
And I mentioned before I had him sign my Cursed DVD.
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah, Red Eye was a way better movie than Brown Eye.
Oh God.
My wife loves that movie.
Yeah, so I never met Wes Craven, but I met Robert Englund.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if I told this story on the show before, but Sarah and I took a trip out to California, and we stayed at this hotel. And sure enough, Robert Englund was shooting a film and was staying at the same hotel. So like we would see him like hanging out, doing laps in the pool, like in the morning and stuff, but never engaged, right? And then one of the days we go and get on the elevator, and like who comes in on the elevator right behind us? Robert Englund. Wow. And it was the longest elevator ride ever because Sarah and I kind of didn't want to bother him, and we didn't know what to say.
Right.
So we're just sitting there and we're like going on the elevator, and he just turns to us like very Robert Englund-esque, and he's like, "Do you like sushi?" And I'm like, yeah, man, we like sushi. And he's like, "Oh, there's a really good sushi place around the corner if you're in that kind of thing." And that's all he said. And then the doors opened and he just kind of floated out. It was really weird, like, but awesome. Cool. Yeah.
It's almost impossible to meet him now. I mean, between the line, they cut the lines off, and it's like hundreds.
So I met him maybe, I forget. I think I met Wes Craven first, and then like maybe a year later at Monster Mania, I met Robert Englund, and I had my Freddy vs. Jason poster. Oh, right. And at the time, it was probably the longest line I've ever waited in until I met Art the Clown.
Yeah.
But Freddy, he signed it. He drew a sketch of Freddy on it, and awesome. And then I got the guy who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason is Ken Kersinger, I think.
Yeah, because they didn't get Kane Hodder.
Yeah, and he looked at it and said, "Oh, I gotta sign after this." So he drew like a little machete.
That's awesome. So wait, can Robert Englund draw well? Like, was it?
It's a nice looking sketch. I'll have to show you.
Yeah, why isn't that framed?
That's fun, dude.
It is framed. It is framed. It's just I haven't hung any art yet in my little toy room.
Yeah, that should be hung up, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's framed. I have my Hellraiser poster signed by Doug Bradley.
Nice.
Sarah says it was pretty cool riding in the elevator with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Penguin says Red Eye was sweet. Penguin also says the documentary also talked about the short-lived anthology TV show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I watched that when I was a kid for sure.
Yeah, they were saying how it was just everything. It was all unhinged. Like there was no direction. They basically said, "Oh, you can just do whatever you want," and they just kept pushing the limits to like looking towards gore or sex or something. On TV, it was crazy back in the days. I don't think that it was like it is today. When you make a movie or a TV show. I think things were a little bit more out of control.
Yeah, it was the Wild West back then.
It really was.
Well, that's why more creative things came out of it, though. And more impactful things. Now everything is like, I don't know, designed by committee. They say, right? It's a term. It's an advertising term, designed by committee. But it's like, yeah.
So Dex, I recently, Keen Hodder was recently on Talk Is Jericho, and he was talking about. I don't know if this is mentioned in the documentary, but he says Wes Craven approached him first with the idea of playing Freddy Krueger because Keen Hodder, in a stunt gone wrong, suffered burns all over his body. And I forget what movie they were working on. I want to say it was like Last House on the Left, something like that. And Wes said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this movie where the killer is covered in burns.
Right.
Would you be interested?" And at the time, Kane was like, "Hell yeah, I would be interested." And then, like, the next thing he heard, it was Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger.
I mean, we can look back now and say, "Oh, that was great casting," because he is a great Freddy Krueger. But when they said in the documentary, when he first showed up on set, everyone was looking around like, "What? This guy?"
It's Willie from V.
Yeah,
it's Willie from V.
Not like menacing. He's not like, but it's just his acting skills and just the way he portrays the character is just awesome.
Yeah, Robert Englund was fantastic in The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, starring Andrew Dice Clay.
What about Phantom of the Opera? He was in too. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, one of the cool things, like I said, you guys missed the whole Jason Mewes thing. I think it might have been Freddy versus Jason. There's a character. He's like a stoner, and he's always. And like, it's like the guy from Jay and Silent Bob or whatever. And then like they bring in actually Jason Mewes, and he's like, "Yeah, I went in there and I was playing this." He's like, "What am I talking about?" He's like, "I didn't play this character." That was the best part of the documentary, actually. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean,
that part of the movie was one of the funnier parts because Freddy turns into like this giant pot smoking like mystic worm, and it's like literally getting him high. I'm like, that's insane.
And I mean, it was cool just to go back and see, because honestly, there was some like I don't think I've seen 5 or 6 in I can't even tell you how many years. I mean, so it was cool to go back to see those movies and to see all the actors and stuff that came out of it. I really enjoyed it though. I think overall it was good. If you're an Elm Street fan and you can endure 4 hours, I highly recommend it. So
I plan on watching the rest of it. Yeah, for sure.
Did they talk about the remake?
No, which is
funny,
because I was waiting. I was like, they're going to touch upon that, and they didn't even talk about it, bring it up. I got to be. I swear to you, Mark, I don't think I've ever seen it either.
I've never seen it either.
I saw it. What's the guy's name who plays it? James Earl Furley. Okay, yes. He's a Rorschach,
from Watchmen.
Yeah, Rorschach. Wait, not Rorschach. What's it? Rorschach. Rorschach?
Yeah.
Rorschach. Thanks.
He's a great actor.
Welcome Back Kotter.
Kelly from Bad News Bears.
Yeah, that's right.
The movie's actually good. The problem is the characterization and what they do with the lore. They just like it's one of those things. If they changed the character and made it like a standalone thing, it'd be good. But they had to like trounce all over like the legacy of the originals, and I would have rather been silly than serious. They tried to make Freddy like a sympathetic character.
Right.
Like, like he was just like the weird, creepy guy that wanted to be around kids, and all the parents like were like, "Oh, you're a pedo," and that's why he's coming back for revenge. It was like so weird to see him like shown like that.
I think
I didn't do anything. I just like to have a knife hand glove.
Penguin says Yoon is right. They make you feel sorry for Freddy for a big part of the movie.
And I think it did well financially. I'm almost positive it was
burned it.
That
was part of a time when they did a lot of remakes, right, of these classic films. Like they had a Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
which is good.
House of Wax, Nightmare on Elm Street. There was like a lot of remakes going on.
Yeah. So do you guys have a favorite kill in the franchise?
Yeah, for sure.
For
me, it's Welcome to Primetime.
Mine was the cockroach one. When they she turned into the cockroach and the.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who Screaming Mad George is. He does all the special effects and everything. So he just went crazy with that whole thing. And just when his face goes down in the glue trap and it's just great.
Which one was that from?
I believe it was 3.
That's what I thought. Okay, 3. Yeah, I mean 3 arguably had the best kills. Like because
so. Yeah,
the needles and the heroin needles and the fingers. That was a good kill. Yeah. And then the puppet like vein strings. Oh my god, yeah, that was gross. Yeah,
that was mine. The puppet vein strings is my all time. That still haunted me for a long time after I saw that.
Oh, yeah, that one's
because like I have a thing. I don't mind like I still turn away at like little slashes. Like when people slash in horror movies, I can't watch it, especially if like the skin splits or something like that. Yeah. But like I don't mind stabbing or dismemberment or heads getting. I don't care about anything. But if you give me like somebody slitting like a wrist or like a throat or something, I can't watch it for some reason. Yeah. So the fact that he was like literally slowly doing it to all of them and dancing around with ligaments as puppet strings, and it was insanely grotesque.
It was crazy.
Yeah. The suck face one was good too.
Yeah.
And Freddy vs. Jason has my favorite Jason kill of all time too. When they're trying to distract him, so he grabs the sleeping bag girl and is bashing her against the chair for like 20 minutes against the tree. It's
the tree, right?
Like, yeah, he like stops and it's like moving again. He just keeps like hitting it against the thing. It's so good.
I don't know if you and I saw that together or not, because I remember that scene.
Freddy vs. Jason, yeah, we saw it together. Yeah,
I remember we were cracking up in that scene.
Yeah. But I feel like they did the sleeping bag. Jason did the sleeping bag thing in Jason X.
That's right.
Yeah. When he was in that like hologram.
Oh, that was in Jason X. No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But Dex, we saw that one together.
Which everyone hated, but I thought Jason X looked cool as shit. Like I
like that one too.
I love that one too. Kate Hodder says that's his favorite kill as Jason, the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Penguin says it's funny they were interviewing the one actress in the documentary, and she said she still gets recognized from Freddy, but I only remember as the dyslexic girl in summer school. Penguin, the Asian director of Freddy vs. Jason, is the best interview in this documentary.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he basically said, like, look, I don't know anything about these characters. And you would think, oh, man, that's like a long shot. We're going to get this director to come in here. And he wasn't a fan of either franchise. Yeah, they wanted somebody different and new, to take over.
Yeah, it's funny that I listened to this Kane Hodder interview right before, because they talked about Freddy vs. Jason, and he was told the role was his, right? And then it changed directors. And then he just found out that someone else got casted, and the reasoning he was given was he was too short, but that the actor's only like a couple inches taller than him.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen Kane Hodder lately and stuff. I mean, I could see why. Maybe he just wasn't like he was back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but Freddy vs. Jason was
it was some years
over a decade ago. I would say. Yeah,
that is true.
Mark. So I know you're probably getting ready to wrap up, but I've actually been working on a 100 sketch for the thing.
What? All right.
So we can do a little giveaway. I'm going to color it with some Prismacolor pencils.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to have some.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice.
So we can do if you want to do a giveaway for that, I'll work on it more and finish it up.
Who wants?
Okay. I think, yeah. What we got some backers on Kickstarter today.
Nice.
Maybe we should do Kickstarter. Penguin says the whole documentary stresses over and over again, new equals cheap. Please explain.
I think what he's saying is, I'm not 100% sure. New equals cheap. I just know like the budgets weren't always high, so they had to work with what they had. So maybe is that what he's talking about? The budgets?
Does he mean when a film is new, when it's brand new coming out, it's a cheap movie because it's a new property and no one's investing in it? They don't want to risk too much bringing a new IP into the world. Is that what he's saying?
Oh, new IP. Okay.
So something that's new is going to be lower budget and cheaper. Like if it's something, it's an IP that has no history. It's not going to be like $300 million right out of the gate, right?
Exactly.
Right.
That makes sense.
Is that what you're saying, Penguin?
But I mean, are you guys fans of the New Nightmare too? Like, I really enjoyed that too.
That's great.
The New Nightmare, like that's when Wes Craven came back and he.
Yeah, that was all right. I mean, I liked it. Yeah,
I did not like any of the franchise. Like, I liked all of them, to be honest. Like, I've talked about it before. I got a big kick out of, I think it was in Dream Warriors, where the Slater-looking mullet guy goes down in the sewer in his dream and just does martial arts on Freddy and almost kicks his ass. Like, that was cool. Or what about that one kill where he stabs the girl with the gloves and you're like, oh, okay, he's just going to stab her. But then you see the wounds opening and closing and just like spurting out like fluids. I was like, that is disgusting. I love it. Like, there is like so much coolness in that franchise. So many interesting kills. Like, people talk about Final Destination for having like interesting, intricate kills, right? Mm-hmm. But the ones in Freddy are so fun and interesting that they can't be topped. And I don't know if they ever will be. They're just so out there. It's like a cartoon almost. It's crazy.
Penguin says they hire new directors and new actors because they pay them slave wages.
Yeah, okay.
Got to maximize the profits for the studio. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's what they do in business too. They always say that like it's cheaper to hire a new employee and pay them more than to retain an old employee. So yeah, but
it catapulted, like I was saying earlier, like a lot of new people, like Rennie Harlan and like actors and stuff. So it could pay off, in the end. But
I got the number generator set up. We got 52 backers on Kickstarter. Let's see who wins. Backer number 11. Let's see who they are. Eddie Lunsford.
Hold on, Kickstarter.
Eddie.
Congratulations, Eddie. You just won the Mark Yoon sketch.
What's his name? Eddie
Lunsford.
How do you spell that?
Not Eddie Munster.
L-U-N.
L-U-N.
S.
F.
O-R-D.
O-R-D. Okay, I'm writing it on the back, so when I send these to you, you can know what it's for.
Did you write it in marker so it split through the?
No, pencil.
By the way, 368 people watching on X, YouTube, Facebook. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit notifications. We're here every Sunday talking, sometimes Monday, occasionally Wednesday, talking horror movies. Next week, we're talking Dreamcatchers. I forgot to queue up the trailer. Let me do that real quick.
This is a Yoon pick, right?
This is a Yoon pick, yeah.
Yeah, I love this movie.
It sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I saw it or not.
I feel like I've seen it. I'm not sure.
It's that Stephen King adaptation where they have to like go inside the library in his brain to escape like the outside world. Do you remember?
Oh, right. I think I did see that.
I'm intrigued. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, I used to have it on DVD. I don't have it anymore. I got to get it back. It's a great movie.
Has anyone seen the new Jurassic Park movie? Because I'm going to see that right after this.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No, I want to actually. Sarah and I want to see that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a movie in a theater in a while.
F1 was good. I don't know if you guys are interested.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
F1 was really good.
All right, I got the trailer all queued up. Let's check it out. This is Dreamcatcher. We'll be talking about it. I'm going away to Texas this coming week.
Yeah, Poulton.
Let's talk. Everybody has 2 weeks to watch Dreamcatchers. How's that?
Cool.
All right. Let me bring up the trailer.
Castle Rock Entertainment.
Here's the Dunnets. Our Dreamcatcher. Wish you were here.
A circle.
One of my favorites is in this too. I think Jason Lee's in this.
Douglas Cavell.
Yeah. I love Jason Lee.
He loves you back.
A lab of mystery.
Jonesy, you be careful.
Be careful of what? A pattern of fear.
And where are they all going?
It's not where they're going that worries me. It's what are they running away from? Form the design of an alien invasion.
I've quarantined the entire area. Nothing leaves alive.
I'll tell you what you should be worried about.
A hitchhiker. That's been our greatest fear. Somebody who could pass for one of us.
You're not Jonesy.
These are Americans. The idea of slaughtering Americans just turns my stomach.
Jonesy. Man, I can't see this.
On March 21st, evil slips through. What do you want?
Come with me, Owen. I'll show you things you wish you'd never seen.
Okay, this trailer's awesome too because they didn't show anything. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's got a good cast and you know, good
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
You've never seen this before, Dexter?
No,
I thought I had seen it, but no, I haven't seen it either.
I think I saw it I don't think I saw it all the way through. I think I watched it like years and years and years ago. It was on, and I never finished it. So maybe that tells you a little something. Oh, I give it a shot. Yeah.
I like the movie, so maybe if you're in a different headspace this time. Yeah.
What's the runtime on this film, Mark?
7 hours.
That's the first thing we look for before we.
Does it have Thing vibes? Wait,
that's the new. That's the new guideline.
Hey Google, what's the runtime on the movie Dreamcatcher?
Does it have the Thing vibes?
It's 2 hours and 16 minutes.
It's a runtime of 2.
Oh man, 16 minutes too long. I can't watch this.
It's a long movie, but still.
You guys are gay.
I think, the Penguin mentioned something about.
Penguin says, "Wait, I think I saw this when I was when I work at the movie theater, and this is the movie people bought tickets for just to see the preview for the Animatrix. Right? This movie stars Jason Lee.
Yeah,
Animatrix.
Remember those days when people would just go to? Remember when the Star Wars trailer was coming out?
Oh yeah.
I forgot what movie that was attached to. It was some kind of spaceship movie. But
Batman too.
People would just go in there just to see the trailer and then leave. You know.
I mean, I used to love even just like before the theater. Sometimes I didn't even care about the movie. Like the whole you get like Eric Clapton playing or Seal, and like you have all those pop-up trivia questions, and it was like a whole vibe. Now it's just like it's so dead now. It just doesn't feel the same anymore. I don't know.
The first time I heard about people going to a theater just to see a trailer, I think was Batman.
Yeah,
Penguin says it wasn't the trailer; they were exclusively showing one of the entire segments of it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was the tactic to get you in the theater back then. Now you just watch the trailers online. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how you guys have like memberships to the theater. Is that how you go all the time? Because I don't see how you can go all the time. Like I went on a date to a movie. It was $70. $70.
Well, if you pay for their subscriptions, I don't have it active right now. But for the cost of like literally one movie, you can see unlimited movies for the entire month. Like literally, it's just if you're paying, it's like $20 a month for like unlimited movies.
If you join AMC, because I'm an AMC.
Yeah, I think on Regal. Yeah,
$30, you get 4 movies you can watch, but you can watch them in like
4 movies a week.
Right, but you can watch them in IMAX, Dolby Digital, like the big.
I told Missy 1 week when we don't have anything, we got to try to hit 4 movies just to like get the most.
But me and Mark
we could have did that back in the day, Dex.
Oh, yeah.
You and I could have. We could have did it in one day.
We were all like tactical. We would line up all the start times. Like, oh well, if this movie ends, we can go to this one, and then until we got caught that time.
Because I worked in like 2 theaters. I worked in the Pittman Theater and then the Broadway Theater, and then I also worked in remember that movie theater that was in the Morristown Mall by the entrance for a while. I worked in there for a while, and that place was great because not only do you get to see free movies whenever you want for work in there, but you could bring friends. So it was like such an awesome job to have.
Yeah, if you had friends. What if you don't have any friends?
Superman.
And then you're just watching movies and you're sad.
Right.
Are you excited about that, Mark? Superman?
I am excited for Superman. Yeah, I'll probably go see it when I'm in Texas. I'm actually I'm going to Texas for AEW All In, their big stadium show, but we're getting there a day early. We're going to go to Six Flags over Texas. They have DC rides that aren't at our great Six Flags Great Adventure. So there's this Aquaman coaster I want to go on. So I'm excited for that.
Wow.
Definitely takes some
Sounds
pics.
cool.
Yeah.
Penguin says, "What is General Cinemas, Yoon?" Oh, that's like old school General Cinemas. Yeah.
Come on, I thought Penguin was around our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just showing our age.
So that'll do it for the 100th episode. In 2 weeks starts the next 100 episodes of the Haunted Pizza Horror Movie Club. So make sure you watch Dreamcatcher. Dex, where can people find you at?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Dexter Weeks 6975, on X, Dexter_art, and Dexter Weeks on Facebook.
Better late than never. Amanda B in the house. Thank you for stopping in for our 100th episode.
Oh, hey, Amanda B.
Penguin says, I work at General Cinemas at the mall.
Nice.
Yep. Mark Yoon, where can people find you at?
I'm about to start streaming again on my channel. Gaming PC is coming in way, so we're gonna have a better setup. That is at Mark Yoon. So just search Mark Yoon and you'll find my channel. And then also just search my name. It's pretty kind of unique. I'm on all the socials, so there you go. What about you, Enrico?
Yeah,
I'm not as unique as you. I'm quite average. But my name is Enrico Botta, and I am on Instagram, X, and YouTube here on Primetime Poulton Wednesdays and Sundays.
And
so
sometimes Mondays.
Yeah. Sometimes, whenever we're here. And in the pages of Gun Goth, which is very exciting.
Gun Goth.
Yeah.
Got it's out.
Yeah, man. Gun Goth is out. Go sign up and listen to me. Tell 2 friends about Gun Goth that they have to sign up for it. Okay, all of you. Thank you.
Bother people on socials.
Guys, you can find me on X and Instagram at Koni Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton. Hit the notifications. We do Revolution every Wednesday. The Horror Movie Club Sundays, sometimes Mondays, once on a Wednesday. TMC and Little Body Show once a month. We got to do a July show. Comic book legend Mike Barron wants to join us for TMC Little Body. Unbelievable. He has no idea what he's in for.
I'll tell Little Body that it's on. Yeah. I'm his unofficial agent.
Yeah. We'll set that up when I get back from vacation. But guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. 100 episodes is a big deal. Thanks to Chris Graves, who I started this show with back in the day to promote Writhe in Pain. Guys, go check out Writhe in Pain on Indiegogo. It's in demand. Gun Goth on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Go check that out. 13 covers to choose from. Get that box set. Comes with the art of Gun Goth. Enrico working hard putting that collection of art together for us. So, guys, thanks for watching. Penguin, thank you for sharing the links. We'll be back Wednesday. I don't know what the topic is yet, but it'll be something awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.